Okay, welcome to the Increase Your Sales with Google Business Profile training. This training will be focused on using Google Search and Google Maps to improve your business visibility online. To begin, we want to start discussing what it means, the, the purpose of using these two powerful tools to increase your business visibility. What is business Google profile? Um, how to create a business Google profile, and very important, how to manage the information in your business profile. We will also be discussing strategies to increase positive reviews in your profiles and following up with customers. Let's begin defining what is a Google profile. So a Google business profile is a particular tool that you could use online to portray your business. This is how merchants find you when they go to their phones and they type different themes. Let's say, for example, if someone is in your neighborhood and they are looking for Chinese food restaurants, or let's say, for example, bubble tea, they will type in their phones, in their Google Maps, keywords like Chinese restaurants, and these particular keywords will bring your business to the top or to the search results. So when your information is pulled up, it's basically based on what it is saved in your particular profile. So that is why it's super important to update it frequently. Let's begin analyzing the anatomy of a Google business profile. The anatomy of the business Google profile, as you could see, start with the name of the business on the top in the left top corner. Photos and videos that will be uploaded, that can be uploaded in your profile in the top right corner, and quick links to actions such as calls, chats, get directions to your business, and access or link to a website. Another information in your Google profile includes location, phone number, and business hours. We will discuss how to update this information later in this training. So business profiles appear in Google search as you see on the screen. And business up to date that have updated profiles are 2.7 more likely to be considered reputable. So when they are looking for a specific business in the area, and they see that a particular business come onto the screen with good reviews, with nice pictures, and with updated information, customers feel more comfortable in visiting those particular merchants. So that is why it's super important that first, you do have a business profile, or two, that you have access to your business profile, because in many cases, your businesses are uploaded and the profiles are online, but you do not have access to manage your business information. And we will discuss today a few steps in how you can claim it and the procedure for you to begin to manage your profile if it has been created already and you do not have access to your profile. Up to today, business profiles are 70% more likely to attract location visits and 50% more likely to lead to a purchase. I want to stress the importance of this because this is information based on analytics from Google, and this is real data. And this is super important that you begin to understand this, because understanding how these tools work, you can basically strategically target certain customers and make sure that you upload information that is relevant for the people that you're targeting. I know that this might sound a bit complicated at the beginning, but this is super simple. And this is something that you can actually accomplish with very little resources, very minimal investment. Um, let's continue to the next slide. So a business profile works on desktop, laptops, tablets, and mobile phones. So people can actually see your profile from different platforms. And this is how beautiful this particular tool is, because that means that anyone can find you from anywhere. So let's get started. To get started, it is super important that we have at least access to a mobile phone with access to internet, or a computer of preference. So that way we have access to the full scope of the tools are available for us. To begin, we should visit google.com/business. And you will have two different options. One is if the profile is already created, you will be able to claim it. Or if the profile is it has not been created, you will be able to create the profile. So let's go. Let's dive into this content. How to create a business profile. So the first thing that you will do when you go to google.com/businesses, you will see this screen appear in your computers or your devices. So the first thing is to log in into your Google account. If you do not have a Google account, you will be required to create one. Once you log in into your Google account, you will be able to search for your business. So the following screen will appear, and you will have to type specifically the name of your business. It's super important that when you type the name of your business, you take into consideration the doing a business name. That's most likely is how it's going to appear here. Especially if you have not created your particular profile on your own, because in cases Google pull this information from certain platforms that are available from different sources in the city, and most likely the doing as business name will appear here more than your organization name if there is a particular difference. It is also very likely that when you begin to type your business name, it will appear in a drop-down menu, so, or the drop-down list, and you will be able to see it, and you will be able to click it and select it. So as you see on the screen, there are two particular scenarios in here. One, it could be that your business already exists, so that you will have to request access to manage the profile or to claim it. Or you will be able to create the profile because it does not exist in Google. For example, if you see on the left, this particular business, Kung Fu Kitchen, has already been claimed by a particular username. And they will not tell you specifically the email address associated with that account that claimed this particular business, but they will give you clues, and they will give you probably the beginning 2 characters of the email address that was used to claim this business. And you could use these clues to determine or find out or remember if whether or not you know this particular username. And this could be common if you purchase a particular business from someone, um, or if maybe one of your relatives, maybe one of your relatives already created a username trying to help you, but they did this a few months ago, a few years ago, but then you forgot that they did this for you and you don't have access to the account that they use, but it is simple. So there are ways in which you can request access, and we will dive in today so that you know how to claim your business. Let's continue with the creation of profile, assuming that your business profile has not been created in Google. So the first step is to add the location. So we have to be very specific here because this is the location where customers can visit you. In this particular street, you will be able to enter the street address, the city, the state, and the zip code. Once you are done entering this information, you can click on next. Another important tool within this profile is that you can enter specific service areas. You can select whether or not you provide deliveries or home and office visits, depending on what kind of services or products you offer. And if you do, then you can click on yes and click on next to move into the following screen. The following screen will allow you to enter all the areas in which you serve. And this is not specific to one area. You can actually enter multiple areas. Let's say, for example, that your business is located somewhere in Brooklyn. You will be able to enter specific areas where you want to provide service or delivery service. So you can be very specific, but also you could be very broad. You could actually enter New York State if you are able to provide to service the entire state area. But it's very important that when you do so, you have the logistics and the capabilities to be able to provide a service. Because if customers are looking for your service and they see that you are within range, Google will allow your profile to come to the list, and they will be able to see that you are available for their area. So it's super important that when you do this, more than just doing it for appearing in a broad area, you do it strategically, knowing that you can actually serve the customers that are looking for your services. In the following screen, you are able to provide your contact information. Here, you will be able to enter your contact phone number, your website, and it's super important that you enter accurate information in here, because this is the phone number where they will be able to see, and when your profile comes up in any particular search in Google and Google Maps. And if by any chance your phone changes in the future, we will discuss later today how you can update this information once your profile has been created. Also, it is super important to have a website. Websites might not be that difficult to create. They are very simple, and actually they are very affordable. There are a lot of services that provide this type of help, that they allow you to, that they provide all the support that you need to create your website. And we will be discussing a few topics later on. And we will be discussing a few tips in how you can actually begin to create your website. Another important information too is that once you enter your contact information, Google will ask you if you want to receive updates, if you want to receive any notification about business um, uh, in Google. I will strongly suggest that you select yes and that you click next, so that way you can be notified if anything changes, so that you can adjust your profile accordingly. In the following screen, once you have entered your contact information, you will be able to select your verification method. So in here, you will be able to choose the way that you want to verify your phone. If you are able to receive SMS, text messages, you can verify your phone number by using SMS. But if you are not able to receive SMS, you could verify your phone by receiving a phone call and entering the code. Another way to verify your address is by receiving a postcard by mail at your business address. And this is super important because this is the official method to verify that you are the owner of this establishment. And it's super important that you stay on the lookout. Usually, postcards might take up to 5 business days to arrive once you have requested the verification. And when it arrives, please sign into your business profile and enter the verification code in that particular postcard. If you do not do so immediately or as soon as possible, there might be some inconvenience in how long this particular code might be active. So as soon as you receive your postcard, please log into your business account and enter the code. In the following steps, it's super important to begin with a list of services or products that you provide, and that you enter specifically those services. It's super important that you do not skip this particular section, because this will help Google search and the Google engine to find your business and to connect your business with specific keywords in the search. If you do not enter all the specific service and the keywords in this particular section, your business will not be pop up in any search relevant to the customer once they are looking for a business that similar to yours. For example, and this is a common example, let's imagine that this is a uh, Chinese food restaurant. So it's super important that you enter the services that you provide here, and you can enter like food services restaurant, Chinese food restaurant. So enter the keywords, and sometimes it might be a little bit, you might have to try a few times to see what is available when you click at a service, because you will be able to type the information and then you will see that certain categories will pop up. In the following screen, you will be able to enter your business hours. Here is super important that you enter the accurate business schedule, because customers might use this information to make decisions whether or not they will walk to your establishment to be served. And if this schedule is not updated and they show up and the doors is the store is closed, this will potentially contribute to losing that particular customer. So it's super important that babies and that you do it frequently. And the screen allows you to select multiple schedules per day. Let's say, for example, if on Sundays you are open from one particular time to another time, you can enter that time frame and then enter the following time frame in which you will be open. So this is super useful because if you have multiple schedule or if you close for a particular period of the day, you could show this in your business schedule. Another common thing that happens in Google profiles is that when there are holidays or when there are um, particular events that will prevent your business from opening, or there are changes on your schedule that you set up in a strategy and a procedure to update it at the beginning of the day before you open or before your regular schedule is expected to begin. So that way customers can receive the accurate information if they are looking to be, if they are looking to for your services that particular day. Another important tool of business Google profiles is that you are able to receive messages. So you can add the messaging feature to your profile, and customers are allowed to send you specific messages and chat with you and ask for certain things about your services. So I strongly suggest that you turn on the messages feature in your Google profile. The following section is to create a business description. So here is super important that you write a description that is first well written, two that is accurate, and three that is intended to your audience. Um, I understand that sometimes as business owners, this is something that um, you might not be able to do, but there are services available that can help you to um, do this, that can provide you with the assistant to write an effective description. There are marketing services out there that can help you structure this description in a few sentences. And as you see, you only have 750 characters available to write this description. I'm not saying words, I'm saying characters, so letters. So you have 750 characters to describe your business. And if you are interested in knowing a little bit more about this particular type of services, we'll be discussing that later on. Or you could speak to a merchant consultant for your universal processing, and they can provide more information later on. In the following section, you are able to add some photos. In here is super important that you add content related to your store. It's very useful to add a storefront picture. It's also super important that you add images with quality. Furthermore, in regards to photos, it's super important to take into consideration a particular approach for the photos that you will select. And in a further slide, we will discuss a few tips that you can use to create a powerful profile. Another important feature of Google profiles is that it allows you to conduct certain advertising. So you can start advertising on your business on Google. And this particular feature requires another type of training that we might provide in the future. But in the meantime, it's super important that you are aware that you can advertise your business in Google. And if you create your Google profile, I suggest that you explore the features and the information available through this particular app, which is Google Analytics and Google Apps. And but you will definitely need an expert assistance in order to do this effectively. Once you have entered your information, you will have to wait for the postcard on the mail in order to verify your business. So please remember, when you receive the postcard, enter the verification code so that way you can verify your business immediately in Google. Let's dive in a little bit more in how to manage your business info. So this particular section, we will discuss further how to update your information. If you have receive access to your Google profile, once you verify your business information through the verification methods that we discussed here, or once you have requested access in case a profile has been created and claimed by a particular username in the past. So in here, you are able to manage information directly from your Google search results. You can make edits to your page, and you also can update all the information that we discussed previously regarding a schedule, website, phone numbers, etc. So when you look for your business, the first thing that will appear on the screen is your business information, Google, and you will click in Edit Profile. This will allow you to edit your business information. Once you click in Edit Your Profile, you will see options to edit your business info. This includes information about your description and the services that you provide. It allows you to update your hours. This is the screen where I mentioned earlier that if anything changes in your business schedule, this is where you need to go and make the adjustment accordingly. You can also add products, select services, and add photos. Once you begin to edit your profile, it's super important that you keep updated your business category, your description, and opening dates. So your business name should reflect real world name. So what I mean is your business information should reflect your doing as business name, because when people look for you in Google and they show up to the store, if they see a different name, it might be misleading and you might lose the opportunity for business with a particular customer. So it's super important that you enter here your DBA, doing as business name, so that when customer arrive to your store, there is not any discrepancy between the name that they are seeing on their application and their name that they are seeing on the storefront. Also, super important that you choose a primary category up to 9 additional categories. So here, this is where you can select your business category, and you can select only one primary and another 9 additional subcategories. So it's super important that you determine which categories best fit your business, or in which category your business best fit. so that way you can update your website, your profile accordingly. A few tips in what to write for your description. In here, as I mentioned earlier, it's super important that you provide a concise but effective description. So you have to be able to convey what you offer, what sets you apart, and your history. What makes you different from other vendors? What makes you different from other merchants out there? And make sure that you portray that uniqueness in your description and that you look appealing, more appealing than your competitors in the area. It's super important sometimes. This is a tip that um, might help you to make a decision of what to write in this particular section is to look at what your competitors have in their description. And I'm not suggesting this for you to do what they're doing, but I'm suggesting this for you to see what they're doing wrong so that you don't make the same mistakes and you do it way better than them. So by looking at what their other people that offer the same services that you do are doing wrong, you can make sure that you don't make the same mistakes and you can make sure that you do it better than them and that you look better than them. And if you accomplish this, it will definitely assist you in having more chances to be selected by the customers in the area looking for similar services. In the following screen, which is the contact section, here you can enter up to 3 phone numbers, different numbers that you might have available. And also you might include a link to your website. If you do not have a website now, it is fine, but I strongly suggest that you begin the process to create one. And if you don't have the ability to create one, you can always speak to the people that provide certain type of services already to your business so that they can help you and assist you. If you have a particular merchant consultant that you work with, talk to them about this so that they can refer you to the appropriate resources so that you can begin with this process. In the following screen, you are able to edit your location. As I mentioned earlier in the section where you create when you enter your location for the first time, it is super important that if anything changes in your location, if you just move one door to south or one door north, even if you are right there, you just change one floor, you just change one suite because you just move from one section to the other. Update it, please. It's super important that your customers have the right information when they are looking for your business. So I will suggest that you write a particular procedure of what to do if anything changes and who will be responsible of making these changes. So that way, you know what to do in the future if any of this information changes. Another important information, another important factor is that you leave blank the service area if you do not serve customers at your location. So it's super important that you leave this empty if you do not know, don't serve in that particular area, and that you only enter the areas in which you actually provide service. Is super critical this because otherwise people will be searching in certain areas, and if your business appear, they will definitely try to get in touch with you or they will be trying to order and then they will later discover that you do not serve that particular location. They have been particular times in which I called a restaurant in my neighborhood, well, not in my neighborhood, but two neighborhoods apart. And people tell me, oh, we don't provide service to that particular area. But how I'm able to find these businesses is through my Google app. So if I am typing, oh, I want Mexican food, and I type Mexican food, or I want Chinese or Indian food and they pop up in my phone. So it will be of second nature to call them and try to get services from them. So this is what happens. So if you do not enter the accurate areas in which you provide service, there might be people from other areas that you are not able to provide service calling to receive service from you. So another important information is about, as I mentioned earlier, is your hours, your hours of operations. 40% of local businesses searchers want to find hours of operation. This is an important number to remember. 40% of the local searches is people trying to find at what time you open, and at what time you're closed, and whether or not you're open today. So that's almost half of the searches. So you definitely want to update these frequently. Not only once a year, but anytime that anything changes in your business hours, you want to change this information. And I will strongly suggest that you write the steps or look or save the PowerPoint that we will email you later along with this training recording so that you have the instructions available later on in how to update this information. And if by any chance you do not know how to follow the steps on the PowerPoint and the instructions that we will send you, and by the way, all the instructions that we will provide you are translated in Chinese as well, and they might become available in other language later. Please contact a merchant consultant. They can help you understand if you do not understand how to follow the instructions. Once you have updated the practical information, like the essential information for your Google profile, it's important that you explore other things that you can do with your business. And this is under the feature more. So you can visit business.google.com to see more features that you can add for your business profile. And we will discuss those briefly here today. So some things that you can add as well are you can showcase your products. You can to potential customers. You can add pictures of your products and you can add quick information about these products that you offer. And furthermore, you can also post promotions in your Google profile that your customers might see. Let's say, for example, if you are a restaurant, you have a lunch special, you can post this in your Google profile. So when people are in your neighborhoods looking for the food that you serve in your restaurant, they are able to see the promotions that you have available. And believe me, if you have a promotion for $8 lunch or $10 lunch, and your other on the other restaurants, the other neighbor restaurants around you do not have this promotion, you have a better chance to get that customer. So use this tool effectively and try to become familiar, and we can provide you with extra support if you need it in the future as well. In the section services, as we discussed earlier, you can add all the different services that you provide. And here on the screen, you can see a list of different services for a shoe repair shop. And they are super specific to all the things that they can do. They can do heel repair, sole repair, stitching, buckle, conditioning, polishing. They could do a bunch of different things. In your particular cases, it's super important that you create a detailed list of all the services that you provide. because Google will use this to update the Google search engines and the Google users when they are conducting searches, and this will add as a source of information for the search engines. So it is super important that you create a detailed list of the services that you provide. List them all. It will do you really good for your sales, and it will help you to connect with more customers. Super important, and this is the section where we will discuss certain tips about photos. 90% of customers are more likely to visit a business that has photos on a search results page. And when we say photos, and we are very intentional about the power of the first impression. The power of the first impression, um, especially with the customer, can help you um, very much in order to create um, that relationship with the customer in which they feel comfortable with your business, in which they feel attracted to what you are offering. And sometimes it does not cost you much. It only costs you a particular phone with good resolution and with ideas on how you can um, take good photos. And something that I want you to have in mind for the next slides that we will discuss is this number. 90% of customers are more likely to visit the business that has photos on their Google search page. Please, this is 90%. This is almost 100%. This is a number super high, and this is something that you have to add a lot of attention, and you have to be very intentional about the photos that you upload. It's not just any picture that you will upload of your store. These are pictures that you will intentionally plan to take, and that intentionally you will have an idea of how you want to portray your business, how you want to come across to your customers. So tips for great photos. Use focus well lit images. So lighting is super important. It is in photography, light is almost everything. So if you are taking photos or of your dishes, the dishes that you serve at your restaurant, make sure that that dish is decorated if possible. Make sure that it's well arranged, that is appealing to the customers that you're targeting. Get creative, look up, search for ideas and how you can portray the food that you serve. So that way people feel more appeal to engage with your with your services and prefer your services over other services available in the area. So another important thing is highlight features and showcase your brand. It's super important that you highlight these features, that you have a logo, that you have some type of identification, something unique for your business that can help the customers connect the services that you provide with your image, with your branding. And this is all about branding. This is all about your name, the name of your business. When you have this, when you take these photos should also include in the one particular section, like your name, your logo. If you don't have a logo, super important that you design one. And if you don't know how to design one, engage with a merchant consultant that can help you with this particular matter and give you counseling. In many cases, merchant consultants provide these services and not cost. Another important information is that as part of Community Navigator Pilot Program, there are merchant consultants right now out there that are willing and able to provide those services totally for free to give you advice and what you need to do and how you need to proceed to get this done correctly, to get this done in a way that it is professional, but that is also appealing for your customers. So please, please, please take attention to this, because 90% of the customers that will be looking for you up there pay a lot of attention to the photos that they see in their Google search results. Another powerful tool is how to promote your business. Um, you can promote your business, make sure that you look at view performances. These are metrics that you can um, take a quick look through your um, Google profile. So if sometimes this might be a little bit um, different from what you have explored in other applications, but it's very, very intuitive. And there are instructions that you can follow to read these metrics. And we will be sending a particular sheet later on, along with this presentation, that you can follow to look at those metrics. But again, if you are interested in see how many people are seeing your business profile online, you can talk to your merchant consultant, and they can provide further information. So remember, add photos and ask for reviews and update your information. And in here, I want to make a particular post for reviews, in particular strategies that you can use to increase positive reviews in your Google profile. And this can happen with very minimal resources. For example, something that you can do is the customers that you are currently serving, um, give them some type of incentives for writing reviews in your profile. You can do small discounts of $5 in your next order of $20. You can just create like a small flyer that you give to every customer that comes to your door and ask them for a kind review of your business in Google or Yelp. And this flyer can be purposely designed with certain key information that you want to convey to the customer. And these are just general ideas that you can do. You can customize this as you uh, uh, feel that is best fit for your business needs. You can give them a specific discount for in a specific amount of dollars for each order. That could be $3 for an order of $15 discount for your next order. This could be a free beverage with your next order. And something that you can do, of course, to do this is that every person that writes a particular review in your profile, that you send them a code that they can use when they return to the store to buy, to use the code to get their discount. And I will give you some quick updates in how you can establish contact and answer reviews in your page in the following slides. So continuing on, this is an example of the performance metrics that you will see for your Google for your business profile interactions. You will be able to see views. You will be able to see any type of other actions that were taken, like website clicks, or how many people look up for directions, or if you do use any type of booking, you will be able to see if anybody use that particular feature and how many times. You might be able to see how many people actually executed a call from their Google search results, or how many people message you from your Google search as well. There's reporting feature can provide you time periods, very specific. It could be from one time to another, like June 1st, 2022 to August 30th, 2022. You could do a week, you could do a month, you could do a quarter. It gives you the flexibility to choose the reporting period. So another feature here is that you can, as I mentioned earlier, you can promote, you can share updates about products and services that you are, or offers that you have active. And people searching your business in Google and Google Maps when they are in your neighborhoods, they will be able to see these promotions in your profile. So I strongly suggest that if you have any type of promotion, like I mentioned earlier, like a launch offer at a discounted price, or any particular combos that are very appealing, that you do a specific update, a specific post for those promotions, and that you actually intentionally take a picture and remember the tips that we discussed earlier, to take photos. Another important feature for this is, in case that you are planning any event in the future, you can use this feature to promote, to publish those events through your business profile. Here on the screen, you could see a few examples. So of updates, as you can see, or offers. Save 10% by showing us a picture of Bruno. So you could get creative as this, like you show up and you show this picture, you get a $5 discount of a $20 order, or you could share your events in case that you have an event or your business location, and you can promote it through your business profile in Google. Another way that you can interact with customers is, as I mentioned earlier, is through answering reviews and responding messages. And this could be very active if your profile is well designed and you are able to increase the visits that you get through Google search and maps in your business profile. And it's super important that you designate someone responsible in your business to actively look at reviews and actively answering messages. This is super important because people will be giving you reviews, but you just don't want reviews to stay there. If they say something super positive, you could thank them. You could say thank you, acknowledge them by name, and if you want to be generous as well and offer right there is a particular offer for that merchant, you could write the response in there. It allows you to enter up to 4,000 characters. So reviews can be very long, and they allow you to actually to respond with answers that can be very descriptive and specific. So that's why it allows you to enter at least 4,000 characters on your response. Another important factor is that consider that whatever your response is for these reviews, it will be seen publicly. So anyone will be able to see this response, not only you and the particular customer that wrote the review. So try to be very understanding, and try to, even for negative reviews, try to remain objective and impartial. And if a negative review is reading on your page, consider the tough process that it takes to evaluate objectively and impartially what could have gone wrong in the process that this particular customer had a negative perception about your business. And instead of focusing on the negative feedback, focus on what you can improve and what you can do better, and try to look at the process that it takes for the particular services or products that that customer is complaining about, and try to offer solutions to resolve this matter, and do not respond negatively to the customer. Never do that, especially because everyone is able to see these responses. So, and I will not suggest to leave it in blank either. So it's super important that you strategically learn how to answer negative reviews. And that is something that we might consider in the future to provide you with training how to resolve these particular disputes. Tips for managing reviews. Be professional and polite. Please remember this at all times. Respond promptly. So respond within 24 hours. If you see a review coming through, you, of course, because you get notified every time that a review is entered in your profile, respond within 24 hours or as soon as you can. Don't use responses to advertise. This is not your time to advertise. This is your time to be thankful for the positive review, or to be strategic to counteract any negative review. And thank happy customers. Thank them. Be grateful for their reviews. And as I mentioned earlier, please constructively address and resolve any issues or disputes privately if possible. So you might, if there is a particular customer that is super angry, and you see that the customer wrote you a very um, inappropriate review, instead of going to respond publicly, message the customer, message them, and be constructive. Um, Engage in that tough process that you can, to evaluate what could have gone wrong and how you can improve the experience for this particular customer. Offer an apology for what could have gone wrong, and invite them to come back. Try to resolve the dispute with them, because they can also delete reviews on their own. So you cannot, unfortunately, that's something you cannot do, to delete reviews if there it is a verified customer that wrote the review. But they can, and they can review that negative review if you are able to manage that. And in order to have very nice reviews out there, 5 stars, and that's something that you want to do, this is something that you actively want to do, that you actively want to resolve. Customers can send you messages from Google Search and Maps, as I mentioned earlier. And here you can see an example of how that looks like. Um, it's very similar to any messaging app, where you can actually even attach images if necessary. And another thing is that you can turn on the certain features, so that you are notified every time that you receive a message through your Google Business profile. Some other features that are also included, and this is only available through the dashboard, it is to manage users. So you can actually invite other people in your business to create users that you can manage, and give them certain attributes and privileges to manage your business information. This isn't the case that you have employees that you trust and that you have trained in how to manage your business profile. You can create a specific users for them, so that they can actually help you manage reviews, manage messages, and manage your business Google profile. Another important information about this is that this is only available through the dashboard. And it's super important that you understand this, and this is accessible to its full extent through a website and a desktop device. Another thing that you can do is select attributes for your profile. some of these attributes could be Asian owned businesses. So, or like Latino owned, Black owned, woman owned, veteran owned businesses. Those attributes that you can add and that you can identify your business. Another thing that you can do is accessibility, and also certain diet restrictions. If you are a restaurant and you have vegan options, you can actually add that in your business profile, and customers will see it when they are looking for you, that they will see these attributes like Asian owners business, vegan options are available, or if there is a wheelchair accessible elevator. Those are things that you want to add because they are customers that might be looking for certain type of businesses so that they feel more comfortable or like they prefer this particular type of businesses. So it's super important that you add these attributes in your business profile. There is also certain type of grants and funds and certain type of financial assistance that is provided to certain type of businesses in many cases. Um, for example, we know of a particular grant that was being offered early this year in January, February to a specific type of business. And it's super important that you add these attributes because when you add these attributes, remember that this information in Google is public. And if people are looking for businesses that meet these attributes, they can actually pull a list of businesses by just searching Asian owned business, for example. And if someone is looking for a specific type of business because there is a specific grant available out there to provide you with certain type of support or financial assistance, you want to be able to be found. So use this wisely and please update it accordingly. So next steps that you have to consider is first, visit google.com/business so that you can begin with the process to claim or complete your business profile, and request a postcard. Please remember that when you request a postcard to verify your business address, it should arrive within 5 business days, okay? And when you receive it, please make sure that you enter the verification code to complete this verification process. In the meantime, please explore your business profile and update your info so that you can begin with the process of creating a efficient business profile for your establishment in Google. Once your business profile is created, please make a habit of reviewing and updating your business info frequently. Add your business info, photos and videos, share posts and more. Use this efficiently and effectively. Make the best that you can out of these features. And also explore insights. Look at your reviews and look at your performance metrics. Learn how customers find you so that way you can adjust your profile accordingly and increase the how like that efficiency and make sure that you are more visible online and that you can use these tools to increase your business performance. Resources. A few resources that we will be sharing later on today. We will email you along with a sheet with instructions, marketing kit that you will be able to download at your own pace and review at your own pace. We will also email you a copy of this presentation so that you can review it at your own pace. And we will also email you a recording of this webinar so that you can watch it again later on. And if you do have any questions in the future, please contact your merchant consultants. They have a lot of information and a lot of tools and resources available. And the questions that they can answer, they definitely can consult with other people that they are connected to, and they can connect you to a vast pool of resources out there. And thank you so much for your attention for the past 55 minutes. And if you have any questions, this is the time. Please feel free to enter your questions in the chat feature.